So this is kind of where we left off in the last video. Kind of outlined my fonts so that I can, see them better. Added in this banner that I searched for under design elements. I just searched for banners. And different banners came up. I think I ended up going with this one, and then I customized the color. A lot of them aren't free, so you just have to pick one that's free. This one actually would have been really good too, probably. Not sure if there's a way to change the color on this one. I think you can, maybe. That one might actually be better than this one. So I'll change the colors on this, and then maybe I'll bring the layer order down so that that's underneath. And I'm using my keyboard to kind of move it up. Actually, that's not really working. Or either my browser is. That looks a little bit more like a kid drew it or something. It kind of just fits in a little bit better than the last thing I used. And I don't know, maybe I should just center everything. I'm not loving this ad, but it'll do. I'm not crazy about the blue either in it, really. I probably could have gone with the yellow maybe, which would be more fun, focused on children potentially, and maybe even not using this white Bear Paw logo. But I think for the purposes of this demo, it's okay. So the next step after you get everything laid out, you have your headline, your promotion, your logo, your tagline in there, your call to action, which is more than likely just going to be swipe up because this is an Instagram story ad, or I think it can be used on Facebook as well because they're the same company now and the same size and everything. So if we want to add an animation, this is where we would add that in. So they have basically kind of two areas, text animation and photo animation. So it's super basic stuff, which is fine because honestly, I think you guys are beginners, so this is probably fine. That's really ugly, so I'm not going to do that. We can check out the fade. Some of them are free, some of them you have to pay for. A lot of these are in beta, which does mean they're developing them currently, but they still work. I think I still have this on, which I don't want that on. The typewriter. I kind of like the typewriter. I might go with that. It's just not as... Some people, yours might work better with some of these other ones, especially if you have like your headline ties into the type of animation you're using. So like if you're talking about spring, growing might work, having a grow thing, if you had a graphic of a flower growing or something. So try to match your animation to the feel of your, if you can. Of course, we only have so many to actually choose from here. I would have gone with Color Shuffle if it hadn't been so ugly because it's quite playful and it would work with children, but it was just too ugly. And then we have the photo animation. So definitely choose one text animation and then one photo animation. So, we can see what happens with this animation. That doesn't look good. So we can do the zoom. Let's see what that looks like. That does not look good. Gray. That goes from gray to color. It's okay. Let's see what this one's sort of interesting because it changes color. And you can actually, I think you can change the colors too, which is sort of cool. Blur, so it goes blurry to not blurry. Fade. I kind of like the color one, although I am having an issue with this text being this color, so maybe I'll have to change it. Ooh, that's not gonna work. Definitely needs to be like maybe I can make it like a chartreuse color or something, or a neon green. And then let's try this out again. So if we do fade, and then maybe color. That looks okay. It's not great, but there's very limited options in here. So definitely make sure that you add in a text animation potentially or a photo animation. I don't know if you can do both at the same time. I was thinking that maybe I could do both at the same time. But maybe you just have to choose one or the other. But just make sure that your ad moves in some way, either in your text or in your photo. I think I might just go with the color one. And then when you're done animating, you can actually X out here, scroll up and X out. And then we can, let's label this, so Bear Paws People Instagram ad, something like that. And maybe put your name in there somewhere. So I'm going to say Mary's Bear Paws People Instagram ad. And then I'm going to download this as a MP4 video. So I definitely want a video file, start download. And it'll take a little bit to export your video into your downloads folder, but just give that a little bit of time. And then you'll get that MP4 file. And we can actually open it up once it downloads and take a look at it just to see what it looks like. Like I said, this is the free version of the software, so there's not a ton of options, but if you were to pay for this, obviously there's going to be a lot more bells and whistles, and I think that this software is actually definitely rivals Canva, and it's very flexible, so we can open it. Yeah, so if we play it, you can see the colors change, and there you go. So that's kind of the ad that we created. I'm going to, do I have it in here? Yeah, so Mary's Bear Paws People Instagram ad.mp4. It did put spaces in the file name, but I won't count off for that if you end up doing that. And then just upload that in Brightspace for a grade, that mp4 file, and that will be it for this week. That's going to be our ad for week 12, our social media ad, and then we're also doing a Snapchat lens creation using Lens Studio. So I'll talk to you later.